is Russ. Yeah, I'm back out on the road again. What's the date today? Well, I'll tell you what day it is. It's Sunday. Yep, riding again on the weekend. Yeah, I usually don't ride on the weekends. And all of a sudden now we're doing weekends. Here's why. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday is supposed to rain. Thursday, I have something I have to go out and do. Which means I can't ride again until Friday. Now, if I wasn't ahead of the game, as I mentioned before, if I wasn't ahead of the game, I wouldn't have any videos for you guys. Yeah, I think by the time I'm ready to ride again, I'll be caught up again and starting around the same time that you're actually watching the videos. I was like a week ahead of you guys. So today's Sunday. I don't think you're going to get to see this video until next Saturday, something like that. We'll see. Some of these videos get shifted around, as you might know. So what are we doing today? Well, I'm out hunting cicadas. Oh, look, there's a guy on a scooter. There's a bunch of bikes out today, too. So, yeah, I hear cicadas, but in my general area, I haven't seen a whole lot of cicadas. So I decided, let's go out and hunt cicadas. Let's see if we can find any. Now, I heard the bunch, but I'm going to go a little bit further out. See if we can find neighborhoods that have cicadas sitting on their trees. Yeah, when I was up in Lake Geneva with Mrs. Wright, just a couple days ago, yeah, every tree we were passing, wherever we heard sounds, we could see the cicadas just hanging on the trees. Yeah. I was at church this morning, and others were telling me that they had so many cicadas, they were all over their garage and all over the ground and everything. I go, hey, we don't have any yet, but you never know. We might get some. Like over here, I don't hear anything. So we passed a bunch over there, nothing at this neighborhood, nothing in our neighborhoods. So I think it really depends on the area. Now, a woman in church had an interesting theory, and I don't know if she's right, but it sounds pretty reasonable. She was thinking that, you know, depending on when your house was built and the like, they may have been digging up to put the foundation of your house down, and maybe that dug up the cicadas, so they don't come out when they're supposed to come out on the 13 and 17 year runs. Sounded good to me. I don't know whether that's true or not, but yeah, but I mean, if they dig them all up, pour a foundation in there, maybe they're killing off a bunch of cicadas. I don't know. But you still have like front yards, backyards, don't they still have that? I mean, when they dig up property to put houses on there, do they dig every part of the property up? Or did they just dig out where the house sits? I have no idea. I don't know these things. Well, I don't hear any cicadas. I do hear birds. Let's go further. Let's go further, see if we see anything. I mean, I'm looking at trees right now. I'm listening and I'm looking, trying to see if I can find any in this area. Now, if we go away from here, we go to some other towns, they've been saying that they do have quite a bit of cicadas, but I'm not going to go that far. I'm just going to go around these areas and see if I can find anything. I got my eyes opened. I got my ears listening. Nothing. I don't hear nothing. Alright, we're going to take a left turn out of here. Let's see what this does. Let's go down this way. It says bike route. Hey, never been down this way. Bike route? Let's go down this way. Winston Campus Junior High School. Do we see anything on these trees? Nothing. Nothing. I don't see a thing. I don't hear anything either. How's the cicada situation in your area? Let me know. Tell me where you are too, so we kind of get an idea. But being that this is Illinois, and everyone kept saying how Illinois was going to get a lot of them, I don't see that many of them. I heard some. I don't see any here. And then, go up to Wisconsin, they got them. So how do you figure these things out? Okay, now I hear some. Not a lot, but I hear some. Do I see anything? Nothing. Nothing. Not a thing. Now the thing is, when we were up in Wisconsin, just riding along, looking at the trees, I could definitely see them, just all of them, just on them. Should have taken some photos then. I just wanted to get a decent photo of something. I hear them, but they're not here. They're in another neighborhood. Let me see if I can find that neighborhood. I think they're off to my right that I hear it. Unless it's bouncing off and echoing or something. But how do I get over to that side? So what am I riding today? I am riding the Himiway Zebra. Yeah, the Zebra. Figure I needed a step through to make it a little bit easier to get off the bike and take some pictures if I can find some of these cicadas. Of course, people might say, what's this guy taking pictures of my tree for? Yeah, these are different areas we have not been at before. But I'm starting to hear them. Can you guys hear them? Just listen close. You hear it? I hear them. I hear them in this area. I don't see them though. Unless they're way up on the top, but I hear a lot of them over here. I hear a ton of them over here. You guys hear it? Yep. I don't see them. Alright, let's take a left, because I hear it coming from that area. So let's try this side. You guys hear it? Yeah, we're going further away from them now. So my ears are just telling me that they're in this area. Why is it that we don't see it? I have a feeling they may be way up where the leaves are maybe. But on the tree trunks and things, I don't see them. And when we were up in Wisconsin, I had one flying. I saw it coming towards me. I had to duck. If I didn't duck, it would have hit me in the face. No, I don't see them. Well, we tried. Yeah, now it's getting less. Yeah, see? You can barely hear it now. Which tells me only certain areas have them, other areas nothing. I like to say, count your blessings. Because I don't think you really want them all over. Alright, now another option would be is to head towards the forest preserves. I really don't want to do that either. Yeah, kind of lazy. Don't want to head out there. I hear him again. Yeah, they're in this general area. I know. I can tell just from directional. I can't even take a good photo of one. Oh, and the squeaking that you hear, that is the rear brake of my zebra. The rear brake of the zebra has always had that squeal. I never fixed it. And so it continues to squeal. I mean, changing the brake pads will probably take care of it, but nah, too lazy. Too lazy. No, I don't think we're going to see anything. I mean, it was pretty obvious up in Wisconsin. I should have taken some photos when I was up there. But I'm sure you guys have all seen photos before. I just want a photo of my own. Nothing. Terrible. Alright, well, if I run across one, great. If not, oh well, that's the way it is, I guess. Alright, what road are we on here? What is this? Oh, okay. Let's head this way. Oh well, hey, I tried. I was trying to figure out what we might be able to talk about today while riding. And that kind of popped in my mind because they were talking about cicadas at church, and I says, well, we could find our own cicadas. Nothing. Oh well. Now you might be wondering, why did I not convert this Himiway Zebra into a fishing bike? Well, I mean, because I have batteries. I have a secondary battery for this bike, plus I have the D7's battery, and they all use the same battery. So I technically have 3 batteries. Why didn't I use any of those? Why didn't I use the Zebra or the D7? It really boils down to the layout of how the bike is set up. I wanted to bring a stool with me when I went fishing. As I mentioned before, I was going to slide it into this one area. I don't have that convenience of area on this bike or the other bike. Plus, I don't have a front basket here. I was going to put the fishing tackle in the front basket and then carry additional battery, but no front baskets on those bikes, so I can't do it. So that's why. And the bike that we did it on has a front basket, has a rear rack, has the opening as we need, but not on these. I mean, it's not like they don't have the ability to do it. I just don't have front baskets with these bikes. That's all. Speaking of bikes, anything else coming in? Yeah, there's 3 bikes coming in. 3 bikes coming in eventually. One of them will be coming in this week. By the time you watch this video, it should probably already be in. And then 2 other bikes eventually will be coming. Yeah, hear the squeal. So yeah, we'll be seeing some new stuff pretty soon. Give it a couple weeks, we'll see some stuff. Okay, we're gonna turn here because we can't get through. And I hear cicadas down in this area. Let's see if we see any. See, when they're there, you can hear them. Can you guys hear it? I think they're up by the tree branches. That's what I really think they are. I hear them. It's like it sounds like it's coming from above. The other place, in Wisconsin, you could see them on the bottom. I don't see them down here. I hear them above us. Maybe they don't like these trees. Let me stand up for a bit here. Yep, I don't see a thing. Not even one. Hear them though. See, when you pass by a tree or a couple of trees that have it, it is fairly loud then. A failure of a cicada hunt. I was also thinking of grabbing some cicadas, use them for bait. Yeah, use them for bait for fishing. A friend of mine's tried that. She didn't get anything, but she tried it. So this time around, I didn't catch anything on that fishing trip we took. I bought some tilapia. Yeah, tilapia fillets. I figure I'd bring a fillet out with me, cut up some, put it on a jig or something like that, and see if we catch anything with it. I don't see why it shouldn't. It should give it a little bit of scent, right? And if it doesn't, then the rest of the fillets, we eat them. Why not? Plus, tilapia is relatively inexpensive compared to some other fish. I think, I don't know how much was it, a pound of them? A bag of fillets were like, what's it, $3.99, I think. Still kind of expensive. I remember when tilapia, you can get them for like $1.25. Not anymore. Everything costs more money now. Nothing's cheap anymore. I hate paying money for fish when I think I can catch them. But considering my lousy record of catching fish, maybe not, huh? I kind of figured if I went ahead and bought worms, it would probably cost me around $3, $3.50, something in that range. I don't know, something like that. So I figured, why not? Let's just buy some tilapia, see how that works out. I asked Mrs. Wright if I could take some of the shrimp. She said no. She says, you're not going to use expensive shrimp for that. Forget it. So I got my own fish to go fishing with. The thing is, when we go fishing for salmon out of Lake Michigan, we don't use anything like that. We use spoons. You know what spoons are? Metal bait, essentially. Yeah, you toss that in there, and then the fluttering around of that stuff aggravate the salmon to try to bite it. So we use spoons. We use crankbait, artificial stuff. Nothing that's real. And that's all it takes. When you go salmon fishing. Salmon fishing we usually do either in the spring or we do it in the fall. Waters get a little too warm for the salmon during the summer months, so they don't come in, they go into deeper water. And but you might catch the occasional brown trout or something like that. They seem to come in, they don't mind, but the salmon don't like it. The salmon are not native to Lake Michigan. They're all stocked fish. They just dump them in there, and then eventually you catch them. Salmon are kind of weird. They swim back to where they were originally born, and so wherever they dumped them at, that's probably where they're going to come back at, and that's where you have a better chance to catch them, right? So that's what we do. I don't know what kind of e-bike that was, but that was an e-bike that just passed us. Kind of had the moped look to it. Maybe it was a Suron or something. I don't know. I didn't look at it close enough. Let's take a left over here. Trying different neighborhoods to see if we can find things. Looking at the trees. I don't see nothing on the trees. No. It's a total disaster. Disaster of a trip. Can't find anything. Alright, we do hear some at least. But we don't see anything. It's okay. It's okay. We tried. You hear them again now. Yeah, I'll tell you, some neighborhoods, plenty of sounds. Other neighborhoods, nothing. All you hear is the squeaking of my brakes. That's all you get to hear. Oh well, I'm bored. I was hoping for some action and nothing. Making me bored. I have nowhere to go, nothing to do. Coming back with 0 photos. Oh, let me tell you another interesting thing too. Coming up, it's going to be our 48th year reunion for my high school. 48 years, and we're having a little get-together. It's a little mini reunion. Now, of course, you know, the 50th reunion is a big one. And some friends asked me, well, why are you guys doing that 48? Yeah, well, that's because a number of our high school friends are leaving us early. Yep. So when we did the 40th reunion, they said, hey, you know what? We need to do this more often than every 10 years because we're losing our friends. So they said, okay, let's try to do that. And they've done it before. I think they've met before out in Arizona. This year they're coming back to Illinois, where a lot of us still are, and of course others are flying in. So I didn't reserve for this one. I was just going to do the 50th. And then I got a phone call from one of my junior high friends. He says, Russ, are you coming to this thing? I go, I wasn't planning to, but since you called me, yes, I'll go. So I am going to our 48th high school reunion. Now, I don't plan to take any photos. At the 30th reunion and the 40th reunion, I took photos. The 30th I was there, I took some photos. The 40th, I was the official photographer for them. But I told them, you know, I pretty much hung up my photography business. I don't do it any longer. I don't shoot weddings anymore. I don't teach photography anymore. All I do is ride these e-bikes and make videos. So I kind of made a note to them I'm not going to do it. So I don't know who they're going to hire up for the 50th or whether they're going to, at the 50th, beg me to do it again. Yeah, pretty loud. But I don't really want to do it. I mean, I'd rather do other stuff. I mean, to do that reunion, the reunion photos, it basically took up the entire time for me running around taking photos of everybody and everything, but that's what they wanted. And so what we did is I took all the photos and then I burned them onto a couple of CDs. And then anyone who wanted it paid me like $20 to get a set of the burnt CDs. So, I mean, considering how many people ordered them, it was definitely lucrative to do it, but I didn't really want to make money off of my friends. I told them, I says, you know, this is just to cover stuff like cost of the postage and the hassle of putting it together. And I was going to make it cheaper, but then my friends told me, he says, no, you got to make something. Make it at least $20. And people were willing to pay it because, hey, look, I mean, they had hundreds of photos from the reunion because I shared the digital files with them. I think had they hired anybody else, they wouldn't have gotten that. They would have gotten a couple of photos and that would have been it. But, you know, I shot everything that was going on. I shot it like a wedding, essentially. Or kind of like a wedding reception, I should say. But I don't plan to do it on the 50th. Now, my friend did tell me something interesting. He says, you know, when we graduated back in 1976, our actual graduation date was 6/6/76. I didn't realize that. I go, wow, that's interesting. And here's what he told me. 6/6/2026 falls on a Saturday. So they said, we're going to try to see if we can book someplace on that particular date because that will be the exact 50th year anniversary of our high school graduation. So I go, yeah, that'd be kind of cool. That would be kind of cool, huh? Yeah, exact 50th year. How do you like that? That would be nice. So, 2 more years. Hopefully our guys can hang out for 2 more years. Nothing happens to anybody else. But yeah, we have lost a number of high school friends. Little things happen, you know. I mean, this year I turned, how old am I? 66? Is that right? 65? How old am I? Don't even know. 65, okay? So in 2 years I'll be 67 years old. I don't know if I want to do it. I think they should hire somebody else. Yep, 65 years old already. Can you believe that? I was thinking 66 because I was thinking about the senior exemption. Remember senior exemptions? Do you guys have that? I think that's for everybody, right? Yeah, you're supposed to sign up for senior exemption for your house. Well, I went there in January of this year, and they told me, nope, you're too early. I go, but I turned 65. He goes, yeah, but we don't do this thing until like March. Come back next year in March. I go, great. So yeah, I have to wait. Now, everybody else who graduated with me is 1 year older than I am because I skipped 3rd grade. I think I mentioned this to you guys before. If not, you probably haven't been with me long enough. Yeah, I skipped 3rd grade, so I'm 1 year younger than everybody else. And the interesting thing too about this reunion business is, we're just going around in circles. You can see the same stuff that we always see here. Yeah, let me bend into brake a little bit here. That thing is really squealing too much for me. I'm losing my train of thought again. This is what happens when you get old. Reunions. Yeah, so anyway, we were talking about these reunions with my friend on the phone. He's out in California. And he says, well, when did you come in contact with all of us? Because I lived in Chicago, and then we moved into the area. I says, well, I moved in for 8th grade, and that's how we became friends in junior high. And I said, you know, I really didn't hang out with a whole lot of people. I really didn't. I only had a handful of friends, you know, just a couple of guys that I did things with. In fact, I still do things with those guys. I told you guys we have a birthday lunch every quarter of the year, right? 2 guys, my brother and me. And so I said, no, I didn't really hang out with a lot of guys, but surprisingly, how many of the high school friends remember me? And I told him, I says, I think they only remembered me because there wasn't a whole lot of Asians at our school at the time. And he goes, well, everyone remembers you too because you took all the photos, and of course everyone looks at everyone's yearbook and things. They try to remember who's who. And people that you go to classes with, they remember you, but you know, even though you don't do anything with them, they remember who you are. But we weren't close friends or anything like that. I think the most interesting thing was one of our graduating friends, Bart Connor. Do you guys know Bart Connor? I've mentioned Bart before. Bart was a gymnast, right? He was in the Olympics. Yeah. And Bart married Nadia Comaneci. Remember Nadia Comaneci? People call her Nadia Comaneci, but I believe it's Nadia Comaneci. Yeah, he married Nadia. So anyway, Bart's in my junior high, and Bart was also in our high school. I never had a single class with the guy. So Bart comes in, I'm taking everyone's photos. Bart's turn to take a photo. I go, hi Bart, how are you? And he goes, oh, I remember you. I go, how would you remember me? We never had any classes together. He says, I definitely remember you. He says, I bet you I saw you in the hallways. That's true. I saw him in the hallways all the time. He saw me in the hallways. But see, this is the thing, is I was like the token Chinese guy. There wasn't a whole lot of us back then, so there's no way you would not remember the guy, even though we never really had any interaction with each other or anything like that, right? Lemonade. Lemonade stand. Hey, I have not seen anybody do lemonade stand in a long time. Yeah, we should go and give her a buck. I don't think I'll take her lemonade, but because I really can't. Diabetes, remember that? Maybe I'll swing around, surprise her, give her $1, make them feel good. You know, hey, how often do you see lemonade stand? I've not seen anybody do lemonade stands around here. I think she deserves a buck. I've done that before, where kids are selling lemonade or doing whatever, and I'll just give them the buck, say keep up the good work, and never take anything from it. You guys do that? Yeah, you gotta encourage kids. Okay, let's turn around. I'm trying my best to kind of keep the squealing down. Let's make sure there's no cars here. Yeah, let's go back. Let's talk to her. I probably will not put her on YouTube. It's a minor, can't do that. But I will go and talk to her. Yeah, you should encourage kids. These are kids that are entrepreneurs, trying to make something for themselves. I'm gonna let this car pass me though first. This guy's slowing down. I don't want him to slow down. I want him to keep going. Let's make sure there's no cars around here. Hello. You know, you're the first lemonade stand I've seen in probably 10 years. What are you selling lemonade for? For what? Okay. How much are you selling it for?
As much as you want.
I'm going to give you $1, but I don't want any lemonade.
Okay. Thank you.
That's for doing a good job and doing things.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I can't have sugar. Too much sugar is not good for me.
Can we get 2 lemonades too? Yeah.
Keep doing it. Do a good job. Okay. We're gonna need to turn around here. Let's hop this curb. Yeah, so she's selling lemonade. She's doing a fundraiser. All right. So we did our good deed for today. I feel like the ride was worth something. Couldn't find any cicadas, but hey, we found a lemonade stand. How do you like that? Cost me $1, but hey, why not? All right, anyways, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. We're gonna get some more videos coming up, but it won't be for probably a good 4 days before I can go out for another ride. But I am ahead of you guys, so we're covered. By the time you see the next video after this one, it'll probably be pretty much at the same timing as we usually do it. So I've got to catch up and go get ahead of you guys again. Otherwise, you know, things happen. This is why we do it in advance, because, you know, if it rains for 3 days in a row, you can't get out there. What are you going to do then, right? Then you don't have videos for the days that you're supposed to have videos out. All right, talk to you guys next time.